Silo Season 2's Episode 2 walks through the drama that unfolds in Silo 18 after Juliet's departure and ends with a shocking twist where Judge Meadows wishes to go out. Set directly after the events of Silo Season 1's ending, the second installment of the Apple TV Plus sci-fi show unfolds two simultaneous stories. While one focuses on Juliet's journey outside Silo 18, the other highlights the aftermath of her exit from the central silo. After Season 2's Episode 1 primarily focuses on Juliet, Episode 2 gives viewers a glimpse of how her departure gradually brews a rebellion in Silo 18. Realizing how Juliet's exit from the silo could lead to their vault's downfall, Bernard acts quickly and seeks help from Judge Meadows. Although Meadows initially seems unconcerned, she eventually sees it as an opportunity to fulfill one of her wishes. Bernard just feels grateful that Meadows is finally teaming up with him and hopes that the collaboration will help him save the silo. Little does he realize that Judge Meadows has completely different plans. Why Judge Meadows wants to go out in Silo Season 2 Episode 2's ending. She seeks freedom like every other Silo citizen. Tanya Moody as Judge Meadows in Silo. After convincing Judge Meadows to accompany him during his speech to the Silo citizens, Bernard approaches her again in Episode 2's ending moments. This is when he tries to convince her that she should become his shadow, which would potentially make her his successor if things go downhill for him. However, to Bernard's surprise, Meadows tells him she feels more clear-headed than ever and wishes to go out. She even dumps her supply of alcohol and promises she wants nothing else. Meadows' wish to leave reveals how, like other Silo citizens, she, too, is tired of living under the restrictions that have been imposed upon them. Like Bernard, she seems to know a little more about the outside world and the higher authorities of the silos than the regular citizens. However, she does not have all the answers and has grown tired of the prison they are forced to call their home. Therefore, as soon as she realizes that Juliet made it to the top of the hill with the new heat tape, she sees it as an opportunity to find her freedom. The judge dumps her alcohol supply because drinking was merely a means for her to cope with the oppressive lifestyle in the silo. Interestingly, Meadows and the judicial are not as significant in the overarching storyline of the original Hugh Howey Silo books. Bernard does not even consider appointing Meadows as his shadow in the books. With this deviation in the story, Silo Season 2's Episode 2 seems to set up other major changes to the source material. The Order's failed cleaning protocol explained. Bernard considers extreme measures after Juliet's exit. The Order book in Silo Season 2. After seeing how many people died in the neighboring silo through the camera on Juliet's helmet, Bernard refers to the Order, a guide that provides a list of actions the head must take to establish control. The Order has a separate page dedicated to the protocols for a failed cleaning that says, in the event of a failed cleaning, prepare for war. The protocol suggests that a failed cleaning is the worst-case scenario because it serves as an act of defiance and awareness. Before Juliet, all the citizens who left the silo cleaned the lens of the camera outside. They did this because they were deceived by the false VR projections created by their helmets. All the citizens who left the silo, including Holston and his wife, cleaned the lens because they wanted the people inside to see that the world outside was inhabitable. The hologram created by the helmet not only enticed people to clean the lens but also kept the ones inside the silo compliant. However, Juliet realizes that her vision through the helmet is a mere filter, convincing her they were lied to. As a final act of defiance, she refuses to follow the ritual of cleaning the lens since a simple act of defiance is enough to spark a rebellion. The Order highlights that a leader must prepare for war if a citizen does not clean. To Bernard's dismay, he deals with something far worse. Juliet not only refuses to clean the lens but also makes it to the top of the hill outside Silo 18, convincing many citizens that the outside world is not toxic. Why Bernard lies to Silo 18 citizens about the heat tape. Bernard finds a temporary solution to his problems. Bernard realizes that most citizens in the silo will not believe him if he tries to dismiss the fact that Juliet survived far longer than any previous survivors outside Silo 18. Therefore, he lies and tells the citizens that they intentionally used good quality heat tape to insulate her suit, allowing her suit to withstand the harsh conditions outside the silo for a longer period. Instead of antagonizing Juliet for breaking many rules, he also portrays her as a hero because he knows what his people want to hear. He says that Juliet volunteered to leave the silo and test the new tape on her suit. To end his speech on a positive note, he even honors Juliet for sacrificing herself and allowing them to understand how they can all eventually leave the silo. Bernard even arranges hecklers who claim that Juliet is still alive. He does this because he realizes that it would be better for him to answer the growing skepticism inside the silo with a controlled narrative rather than letting rumors spiral out of control. Why Bernard is not appointing Sims as his shadow. He is afraid Sims is not ready for the role. Throughout Silo Season 2's Episode 2, Robert Sims seems keen on becoming Bernard's shadow. He even asks Bernard upfront if he will get to adopt the role. However, Bernard tells him he needs him where he is and approaches Meadows with the position instead. While Sims wonders why Bernard does not want him as his shadow and speculates if Meadows has something to do with it, it seems likely that Bernard does not trust him enough. Bernard realizes that one will have to confront some harsh truths about the silo to become his shadow.